Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the F&G show.
The F&G show
Over
a glass of wine.
You ever heard of Idlewild?
I've never heard of it.
Well, Idlewild, it was a movie back in the day. It's a pretty good movie. I didn't put it, because I was younger then, I didn't put it with what actually was happening, but I guess Idlewild was considered the Black Eden in northern Michigan. So we're going to watch this little news clip and see what they have to say about it.
Okay.
Idlewild. It was once a popular resort town for African Americans all over the country, boasting as many as 20,000 visitors on a summer weekend.
And now up north in Yates Township, it's a shadow of those former glory days, but residents are hoping the town can make a comeback. Fox 2's Lori Pinson takes us there.
Taking a trip down memory lane.
Oh, look. Weren't they handsome?
To a once popular northern Michigan destination, Idlewild. Also known as Black Eden, Idlewild was a cultural and entertainment outlet for African Americans. Before the Civil Rights Act of 1964, Idlewild was one of the only resorts open to minorities.
Wow.
It was a place where, again, you could just genuinely and unapologetically be black. And strive for whatever that might mean without worrying about somebody telling you where your limits were.
Blair's family started coming here in the 1920s and put their roots down.
A safe space, physically, culturally, that was extremely important. Emotionally, that was extremely important for people.
Summers in Idlewild meant swimming, boating, fishing. Nights at the Paradise or Flamingo Club brought big-name acts like Sarah Vaughan or Jackie Wilson. Everyone who was anyone in the black community from 1912 to the 1960s wanted to be here. My 20-year-old mom walked this bridge on her honeymoon. The cottages behind her, still intact, and still occasionally in use. Idlewild has sat untouched and pristine since the 1960s, when discrimination was outlawed and other resorts opened up to minorities. The clubs that once hosted world-renowned entertainment closed. A small group of residents maintain their community, keeping the land and deeds within their families, preserving the only motel in town, getting ready to reintroduce Idlewild to the world.
I see that we do have the ability for kind of an Idlewild 2.0 to provide for the next 50 or 75 years what it had provided to the previous generations before that. To not just be a place that people could appreciate what used to be, but a place where people can discover what could be.
To get the word out, Idlewild leaders will turn this vacant lot into a concert venue, complete with tours and interactive displays that showcase this unique community.
I had never been to Idlewild before, and I came up here about 22 years ago and fell in love with the place. I tell you, there's no place like Idlewild. The peace, the quiet, the tranquility, just being in the woods and being close to God and nature.
This has been an educational experience. This festival stuff is not for the faint of heart, but partner with Alexander Zonjak, you couldn't have had a better collaboration. You can't have revolution without culture.
No, what there is here that is not at a lot of other events is history. I mean, how could a cultural event at Idlewild not be a good idea? I mean, come on, you got to be kidding.
There are already plans to make this jazz festival an annual event in Idlewild as residents reach out to teach, recruit, and preserve their rich history. From Idlewild, Michigan, I'm Lori Pinson, Fox 2 News.
Excellent.
How's that, man?
Yeah.
We go to Idlewild.
We go to Idlewild. Go to Idlewild and hang out and explore my culture.
Now, what they didn't explain to us, and I guess upon further research we could find out, but what do you think? Why do you think? I mean, they did say once desegregation got in there and all the other what you call it thing?
Other resorts opened up.
Yeah. Once they opened up, then Idlewild kind of closed down. Why do you think that was, man?
Well, I think because of the 1960s, they wanted to expand and desegregate and include black people in a whole bunch of stuff. And when they did, all the black events and black venues kind of just suffered as a result of the civil rights movement in some respects. Because
but why though?
Because people wanted to go to the places where white people were saying they couldn't go.
This is the first time in the history of F&G show that we agree.
Oh, what?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I knew I was going to say that. They opened up them other white resorts, boy, them black folks took off running, boy. Here we come. Here we come. Left all that behind, man.
They shouldn't have done that.
No.
They shouldn't have done that. They should have kept it going and kept it going and kept it going. But sometimes, they still don't want you at them white resorts,
And then they get there and they find that out. They're like, oh, well, where Idlewild at? It's closed now.
Yeah, they need to revitalize it. They definitely revitalize it.
So these are another one of the things that always get me with all these black celebrities and they, pro-black and, our heritage and historical figures and things like that. Places like Idlewild, I'm sure they could dump money into that.
Oh yeah, they could
All the riches they have,
revitalize that place back up and bring it back
a whole lot faster than the community trying to do it.
Yep. And the family, they could go down there and rebuild it. They could rebuild a whole bunch of stuff that got burnt down by racists over the generations. So they could probably rebuild that. I'm glad I never knew about that place, and that's a little nice historical place.
Oh yeah, we gotta go up there and visit that sometime during the summer.
And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we do need DEI because what
that got to do with this, man?
Well, it has a whole lot to do with it. Because things are being taken down right now. All the stuff out of the historical black history stuff is being taken out of DC, taken down. He's talking about taking down all the statues of black people and all the stuff dedicated to us. And so my motto now is MAGA will not replace us.
Does that mean it's gone?
Well, if they take it down,
we still know who we are.
We would have to continually share the information transferring through word of mouth. Because if the statues are gone and all the other stuff is gone, then you don't know.
This guy here.
I know I'm right.
Again, always putting it on them, putting it on other races. Why one race?
We're not taking the statues down. They are.
But you can always build your own buildings. You can build your own museums. You can put your own artifacts in there and do all that. That's all legal to do.
We do have.
So you
one
can't be
DC.
mad because they take one down and be like, oh, they took our stuff down. Just like the Confederate folks. Down here in the South, I see plenty of Confederate stores and museums.
They don't take those down.
Because they built their own thing. They said, y'all take them statues down if you want. We're going to build this for us. And people that want to know about it, they come in here and they check it out. Why can't we do that?
We do. We got the African
but they
American
could complain
Museum
about
in
some
DC.
DEI and stuff then. They ain't got
I'm going to talk about DEI because it means that, well, it's not even our term anyway.
You the one brought it up.
I know. It's not even our term. But diversity and equity is important. We need diversity. If we don't have diversity, we don't have nothing. If we don't have inclusion, we don't have nothing. So people have to understand that diversity is important. That's how we if we don't know about each other, then that's how you keep up the hate. But if you know about different people and different cultures, that's how you stop the hate. But if you don't, you increase the hate.
The only thing is when you try to impose your will on someone else that don't want to hear it, that's when hate starts to grow. When you retired now, so there's places that you don't even go anymore because you don't have to. So you're going to tend to go to the places that you like to go to.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm going to go to places I like to go to, and I'm going to go to places that I'm accepted at.
Yeah, and that's how everybody does when they get older to that point. When we have to work with people that we might not agree with, we have to work, though. So that's why we're intermingled with them. But when we retire, you can say, I don't like Chick-fil-A, man. I'm a Zaxby guy. And you just never go to Chick-fil-A anymore because the company you work with, that's who sponsored them was Chick-fil-A. So you only ate there because you was with them. But when you had your own choice, you'll never go to Chick-fil-A again because now that I'm free from that company, I can just go eat at Zaxby's. No one's going to say nothing to you. You don't even care about what's going on. It's the same thing with all this other stuff. Let them take the stuff down. People are going to still gravitate where they're accepted and what they agree with.
So I guess let me ask you a question.
No, I ain't taking no questions.
He gonna take this question, ladies and gentlemen.
No,
so since we were talking about the civil rights movement in Idlewild, I kept calling it Idlewood, but Idlewild. Do you think separate but equal was a benefit or not a benefit?
What are you talking about? No.
You know what I'm talking about.
It helped in some ways, but it hurt in others. And it opened the door to things that no one foresaw coming. And those things that came through the door are things that no one agreed upon. But now that they opened the door for certain things, other things were able to get through. So that's my answer. You can't.
Are we better off with being with the civil rights movement, or are we better off with civil rights, or were we better off without it?
I would say overall we're better off with it because we still have the choice to move where we want to move. If everything was segregated, we would have no choice but to stay where we were at.
Well, yeah, of course.
So with it, I would say, yeah, we got benefit because, you go places. And,
yeah, he wouldn't be able to live in that subdivision he's in, and I wouldn't be able to live in the subdivision I'm in. So,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the hood. I'm in the ghetto.
I don't think so.
But we're going to keep y'all no longer, man. We're going to get on up out here. But if you get a chance to check out Idlewild and you've been there, put it in our comments.
Tell us about it.
Yes, because we would like to go visit it. And we would like to hear some more personal stories about Idlewild today.
Yes, yes.
So you have heard and you have watched Idlewild here at the F&G Show.
The F&G Show.
Over.
That's the one.